All right, we're on. There we go. Hey,
Oh, that's my foot.
you
did that all there.
No, totally. My feet are too big. Welcome, everybody. All right, here we go with another episode of NoBsTeeVee. My name's Rob, co-founder of NoBs Photo Success, and
My name is Haji, also co-founder of NoBs Photo Success. You should know that by now.
known as James Hodgins.
Yes.
For those who don't know that,
Yes, James Hodgins.
Rob Provencher, known as Fine Art Informed, NoBs Photo Success.
Right on.
Yeah, here we go with another episode. So, James, what have you been up to?
Working my ass off.
Doing what?
Well, as most of you know, I do a lot of mining industrial. So, it's funny. It's like, I've been a photographer for how long? I don't know. Let's just say well over 10 years, right? I built a successful photography business, weddings and portraits and all that. Now I'm stepping into this mining industrial. It's like I'm starting all over again. I'll admit I'm scared. Right, because I'm taking a gamble. We're cutting down our weddings for next season completely,
so that you can focus more.
So I can focus more on this and put more time. So I'm taking a little gamble there. But you know what? It's freaking hard work because I got to get just like we preach left and right. Like how do people find you? You got to work your website. You got to get in the search engines. You got to get in people's faces and network and word of mouth. It's like I just finally get my weddings and portraits up there, and now I'm kind of starting all over again. And so we've been hard at it for the last few months. Got my logos and everything. I've got all my
miningindustrialphotographer.com.
So
that's a website that you go to
That's my website. Yeah.
What's your website?
And, that's my website.
I thought it was like this website that somebody else owned where you went and registered your name on
that
there.
too. Well, I'm working on that. So just rebranding a whole new genre of my business. So I've got all my jackets, all my logos on everything I wear on a job site. It's on my helmet. It's on my safety vest. It's on my overalls. I've got just because when you're on a job site, you want other people to notice you.
You're known as the guy.
Getting there.
From
my website is just getting up into the search engines now for the search terms that I wanted to use, and I've been plugging away at that for like 7 months, non-stop. I finally, in the last 2 weeks, have started seeing results with the search terms that I've used, getting into the top 4 or 5 slots in Google.
So what terms are they? So I can go steal them.
Yeah, Rob's a fag. Westmount photography sucks. Mining photographer, like pretty broad. Yeah. Like not narrow search engines.
Well,
pretty.
You say broad, but it's not really broad. It's not like
wedding photographer. It's not like wedding photography.
It is. It's a niche. It's a specific industry.
But there's a lot of people out there doing it.
Is there really?
Yeah, there is.
I wouldn't have thought. It seems like such a specialty type of photography.
Oh, it is. I actually just finished training. I went and did some training there last week, and I need to finish it again.
For what?
Well, I'm just kind of covering my bases. I went and took my NORCAT above ground and below ground. I did it in 2006.
What is that?
And I let it lapse. And sure enough, I wanted to take it again.
So is this sort of like getting your
certification?
Certification, sort of say getting your hunting license. Exactly. You got to go every year, but you have to take a course.
Yeah, so I'm just covering my bases that way because I'm going on all these different mine sites now.
This is a safety thing.
Eventually, somebody's going to ask me.
Right.
I don't want to travel say 2-day travel and get there and they say, oh, you don't have these papers? Well, sorry.
You're out of here.
Just covering my butt. So I've been doing that.
Call security. He's out of here. And he has no papers.
And then we're just busy. And shooting above ground, below ground.
Well, you seem to be doing a lot in that area. You seem to be doing a lot of aerial photography too.
Yeah. So I got that. So that's what we're plugging away. So we're going to focus on families because that's love doing the families during the week. And
I remember you used to hate doing families. Way back, you hated it. You used to get almost sick to your stomach, or you'd be shooting a family. You told me this. You'd be shooting a family, and you just totally would blank out.
Yeah, no.
And I hear that from a lot of photographers.
Yeah, freaking no. Love the families now, man. I think it changed when I brought my wife aboard.
Right.
Because
she does all the work for you.
Pretty well. I pretty well just kind of stay. Remember that one photographer? He'd set everything up, big studio production. He'd get all his assistants to suit everything up and get the person posed and lighting, and then he'd come in and say, "Yeah, that looks good."
Click. I don't know who is that. It's not me.
No, I'm not going to say name. I'm not going to say
No
name,
names.
but
No
that's
names.
kind of what it is now. So I kind of sit there and watch Jocelyn do it all,
Yeah.
and then I do a little bit of refinements. But no.
Well, she must know what she's doing.
She does. And I got videos. I do videos. I remember I was telling you that. We're going to post some of those in the forum. But I love doing families. That's like, I won't give up families. Families are, and we're starting to get into busy season, right? Come October, September. Whew. It's busy wedding, busy family season.
Make hay when the sun shines.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, what do you got? What's new with you?
I want to talk about mounting.
Ooh, there's like the missionary mounting.
No, not that kind of mounting. Mounting.
Mounting.
Not Mounties.
Mounting.
So well, there's this lady. She had 2 poodles that died, and she went to get them stuffed. Stuffed.
Yeah, I got my cat in my mantle. It's a good place.
Well, anyways, people do that. They get their animals stuffed. She had 2 dogs. It was a boy poodle and a girl poodle, and the taxidermist asked her if she wanted them mounted, and she said, "No thanks. Holding hands is okay." Since you got me off topic, I want to talk about mounting. This is from my studio wall. See that? Okay. This is what we use a lot. It's masonite. We used to use cardboard a lot back in the day, but we use masonite. And this is one style of framing where it's just a thin black frame. See that? And a wire, plastic coated wire. You got to get the proper hooks. And this just hangs on the wall. And it's laminated with a very durable surface. So, just to kind of share a bit of the basic 101 mounting information with you. A lot of our prints that get framed, actually all the prints that get framed, they include the masonite mounting and the laminate surface. So
that's just a nice clean look. That's
yeah. Well, this look here, we will do this with multiple images or 2 images or just 1 image. I call this the art gallery look. I just kind of made up that name.
Gallery Nouveau look.
Gallery Nouveau. I like that. The price just went up. The price just went
there
up.
You go, eh?
The Gallery Nouveau. But there's a thin black pinstripe around the image and a lot of white space that kind of mimics a
Gallery.
mat. Mat was the magic word.
It kind of mimics the stuff you see at WPPI in print competition.
Well, back in the day.
What's this like?
This is another, this is foam core. However, this is a canvas, old school canvas that we had done years ago. And we had it actually mounted right onto foam core. This is kind of, we don't do this. I just wanted to grab it to show it to you. The old school canvas, they used to actually peel the emulsion off the print and seal it right into a canvas and then put it on a stretcher board. Now what they do, we all know
but
now.
you know what's nice with foam core though, right? Just to get back on this. This is a great inexpensive way to display prints like really quickly if you have to put something up somewhere or auction.
Expensive,
or
a little expensive.
It's not.
It's pricey.
Not as expensive as mounting it on masonite.
And framing,
kind of like disposable type stuff. You're doing a trade show and you just want to throw up some bunch of images.
This stuff here is not expensive, but I'm thinking about the 1/2-inch foam core, the gator foam.
Oh, the big suckers. No, I'm just talking.
Very nice stuff. Most labs will carry this in the 1/2-inch, a black foam.
This is like the stuff they have for sale signs made out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very inexpensive.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Well,
kind of.
some signs.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Who knows? I don't know what I'm talking about here. The other one is, what do you call this?
Gallery. Wait, no, it's not gallery wrap. It's custom image nouveau.
Nouveau wrap. French.
Art Deco nouveau wrap.
So this is from Simply Canvas. That's who we deal with.
That's what I do.
Do you still deal with Simply Canvas?
That's who I deal with for their canvas.
They're out of Ohio, and they're always offering great specials.
Did you get the ones this week? There was like some kick-ass.
It's like everything's free this week.
Yeah.
Free cheeseburger and French fries with every canvas. It's amazing the specials they have on. They're very aggressive marketers, and they have an excellent product. Now, my story about that is that my wife loves to use them, and for her to ship stuff across the border, because we're up in Canada, there in Ohio, she hates paying those extra fees.
So let me ask you something, because this is where I was just going to ask you. So yes, it is it is more expensive than a lot of other places. It is an American company, but we're in Canada. So why are we, like you and me and my wife and her, why do we pay the extra?
Well, they're fast and they're good, but no, they're not more expensive. They're more expensive to ship. The actual product is about the same as what we can pay up here. Yeah.
Because there's, you know what it is, but your customer service, first of all, is impeccable.
They are.
I mean, I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
I had one problem with them. They fixed it like that.
Yeah, and the quality of their product's amazing. We've never really had a problem. They're just, we get a lot of canvases done, so.
I had one time, I sent a file in, and they called me before they printed it, and they said,
Yeah.
we just noticed there's a little bit of banding in the background. Did you want to check your file before we went ahead and printed? So sure enough, I checked the file. Yes, it was my mistake.
Yep. They called me once and they said, Rob, you should get a different career. This image is crap. But I was okay with that because it was really bad. No, they didn't actually.
And they do offer for new clients if you're starting like a studio wall display. They give a big discount for their studio samples.
Samples, and they have those Huff-and-Nagel walls that you can buy at a special.
Huff or what?
You know, Huff-and-Nagel.
Huff or what?
You know, 8 by 10, 11 by 14,
oh, yes,
60 by 20, 20 by 24, all the different sizes, one image, it shows the different
That's right,
sizes.
I gotta redo mine actually.
You have one in your studio.
Yeah, I need to redo it. I should do it.
Anyways, just want to talk about canvas. Simply Canvas is who we use. This is a custom size. You can tell it's very slim Jim, which kind of fits with the composition of this particular image. So, yeah, I would say in our studio, 80 to 90% of our prints, wall portraits are going out canvas.
So it's another 20 by 30 today. Canvas.
There you go.
Yeah, we
Canvas.
pretty well all our wall portraits are canvas now. We very seldom do.
Once in a while we'll sell the frame. We'll sell those art prints I just showed you.
Art Deco Nouveau.
Art Deco Nouveau. And yeah, so I just want to share that sort of info with you all. So,
what else you got?
because that's basic 101 stuff, and it's the kind of stuff it's interesting to hear what other photographers
You should
are
really
doing.
be upselling your clients to, you know, either framed or mounted or gallery wraps or something. You should never be giving them anything like a 16 by 20 or 20 by 30, a print. Say, there you go. Never.
Unless
At
it's,
least have it mounted.
unless it's like crazy expensive. $9,887.
Yeah, well then, yeah, exactly.
Then it's got some aura to it. Anyways, I don't know, I just want to talk about weddings real quick. And
I just looked at that album, that was really nice.
because it's wedding season.
That's a nice album. I'll hold that one.
2 albums I want to show you. Actually, I got 3 albums.
This is the love story of Smurfs.
Smurfs. Papa Smurf. Okay, let me talk about this.
Okay, you talk about
And then we'll talk about that.
Alright.
This is what's called an image catalog. Yeah, I'm going to open it.
It's not the clients.
I'm going to try not to get spit all over it. I told you not to do that while we're filming.
Let me look at it. Here, let me touch it.
Most labs will offer a proof book. Now we include one with all our weddings, and it's just nothing more than an image catalog. On the back, it's a full image. On the front, smaller image with a little frame around it.
Sean Bonins does that too.
And we include, date and name.
We were just talking about that.
With Sean?
This lab does all that.
Yeah, most labs do
Yeah.
these. So I put all the proofs in there. I do not. I lied. I was going to say I don't put the file names. I thought I didn't.
Well, why would you put the file names?
Yeah, this one's got the file names on there.
Why wouldn't you put the file names?
I like it clean.
Yeah, but then what if they say, oh, I like that image, I want that one, but...
Well, they get the digital files.
Oh,
They can go look it up.
Okay, makes sense.
That's all online too.
Right.
Let me just have a look, see. Yeah, oh well. Interesting. Normally, I do not put the file names, but I chew my words and eat my feet. So
Is
yeah,
this the same wedding, these two?
no.
Oh, okay.
So this has got about 500-600 images in it. I just do this in Photoshop. This is what, a 10 by 10? Yeah. I just do these,
The batch auto...
no, I'm sorry, I lied.
Isn't the lab?
The lab does it.
I
We
was
just
gonna say,
upload them all, the lab does
the
it.
lab just do it? Yeah.
I used to do them in Photoshop when I used to get them printed in town, but I'm sorry.
Sean calls the images. I had a talk with him yesterday.
Yeah.
He uploads the images to his lab, and he's going to talk about this because we're going to start a thread about another wedding workflow revised thread.
Right. That'll
Anyways,
be a good one. That'll be a good one.
He uploads the images to his lab. The lab does all the color corrections and everything,
Oh yeah.
and prints off a proof book and everything. $200.
Oh really?
Now here, that's $200, but that's like $200 where you could be out doing something else for those few hours that you'd be doing it, right?
That's right.
Like I think it's brilliant.
So we include that with all our weddings. So I basically say, well, you do get an album. But the main album, if people are interested, I find that albums are on the increase.
I sell an album with almost every wedding now.
So yeah, they're very popular, and I think people love the idea that you can pick it up. It's very, very sort of touchy-feely, kinesthetic, whatever the word is. So we use Album Polka. You still use Album Polka?
I'm using Album Polka.
They're doing an awesome job.
They're doing an awesome job.
They're doing an awesome job. Amazing layout, good colors, page quality, print quality, colors, absolutely amazing. So you might want to check them out, Album Polka. And I don't remember their website.
AlbumPolka.com?
That's something like that. Google it. All right, so we're almost done. I'm going to talk about one last thing here.
These were nice, Ron. They're really nice. See if I know anybody here.
That couple is really, really young. She's 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it's
Pretty.
just a weird coincidence. This album here was from 2 years ago.
Right.
She was also 20 when she got married.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you see that. Most couples are not that young, but
Good stuff, man. This is nice. This is a nice little.
not bad.
No, not bad at all. And you know, I wouldn't lie to you. If it was crap, I'd tell you because I like finding out.
No,
when
you
do
wouldn't say
stuff.
anything.
I like it when you do stuff wrong because then I can point it out. So it's actually really nice.
This is,
Swipe out?
let me just, swipe file. I talked about this before. Just want to,
That's a big swipe file.
yeah, let me just explain what I did. Earlier in the year, I went out and bought a bunch of magazines, about 5 magazines. Went through them all, tore out pages that I liked. And I, in particular, liked this particular issue because it had 16 gorgeous, inspiring, real weddings. So what they did was 16 photographers from across the country submitted their weddings, and they highlighted each wedding with their photography, article style.
Cool.
So you know who's in here?
Who? Margaret?
Our good friend Story Wilkins.
Story Wilkins.
Yeah, she's in here.
See that?
So there's a lot of great examples in here, plus there's a lot of great examples in the other magazines. And what I did was I ripped them out. Now I got to tell you, a lot of these magazines, I thought a lot of the images were pretty crappy because they're like fashion, the fashion.
Yeah.
And they do these really weird poses with these brides, which are just models, anorexic, gaunt, models who are dressed up as brides.
There's Story Wilkins and stuff.
That's
there.
her wedding there. So,
Very nice.
but anyways, there was all these weird poses, which I didn't go for. So I went through it and did get the ones that I did like, and I kind of use it as a reference before I go shoot a wedding on a Saturday. I'll look through these on Friday or early Saturday morning. And to add to that, my last wedding, 2 Saturdays ago, the bride, I had not met her or her husband until the day of the wedding.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's an out-of-town wedding?
They're from Cold Lake, Alberta.
Right.
This was up in Timmins. I had never had the opportunity to meet them except for the day of. Not a big fan of that because it's a bummer when you show up and you just get to meet them. You got to create a rapport. So it was kind of good. I went the day before. I was scoping out the areas. I went with
Mark
DeRoche and a bunch of the boys there. We went driving around. And I went to the actual resort where the wedding was, and I met the groom and some of the groomsmen. So I kind of made a connection there. They were really, really cool. The day of the wedding, I'm in the hotel room shooting some candids and stuff, and I was talking to the bride. I'm trying to get a sense. I always like to get a sense of what the bride is like. What are her tastes and what are her preferences? And I somehow saw a stack of papers there. And I'm like, oh, give me. I wanted to see them. She had collected these images.
Nice. So these are hers?
These are hers. So I asked her, did you collect these? She goes, yeah, I really like those poses. And she didn't want to give them to me. She was all embarrassed. But I mentioned she was shy. So I said, no, this is really good. Now somebody told me the other day that, or actually she told me, or a bridesmaid told me, that they thought that I would be offended.
That you had other people's, other pictures.
And I'm like, no, this is good.
What do we call that? Do you remember? We came up with a term for this.
What was it?
Creative theft.
Yeah, it's creative theft. But it's not only that, it gives me an opportunity to get to know what the bride likes.
For sure.
So she had a lot of downtown urban shots in there. Just a minute. Oh, can't see. Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm talking to the camera. There's a story I got to tell a little bit.
All right.
Then I'll give it to you.
Yeah, make it quick.
So anyways, it gives me a strong sense. And judging from these images, I knew she was very, very romantic, and she wanted those. She liked a lot of detail shots. Let me show you what I mean. I consider this a detail shot. See the bride from behind. It's just, you can't see any face or anything like that, no expressions. There's a lot of pictures like that in there. And she had this picture in there. See where the bride and groom are holding the thank you? She had made an actual coat. And you know, I always go to the wedding with these big boards and I put thank you in it later. I believe you do the same thing.
Nope.
Right? You don't?
Nope.
You used to do it.
Can I borrow your boards on Saturday for Saturday?
No. Yeah, this Saturday you can borrow my boards.
I used to take little stick figures and put the rings on them, remember?
No, this is to put thank you.
Yes.
So anyway, she had that. And she had a lot of this stuff here. Check it out. This is kind of very Justin Bieber-ish. And look at this, this is kissy kissy. You know, a lot of detail shots. These are detail shots. So she had all these pictures in there. So what I did was I used these. Look at that, that's a very romantic picture. Look at that, detail shot. Huh? Detail shot, detail shot, detail shot. A lot of hands and rings. Kissy kissy shots. All the bridesmaids dresses with the bride's dress hanging. So a lot of that kind of stuff. So it told me instantly what she liked. And you know, I'm going to borrow these and use these poses in a lot of my weddings down the road.
Oh, I like
so.
that one. That was nice.
Yeah, we did that.
Oh, I like that. That was cool. I like that.
This one should not be in there.
How do you do that?
Earth, Wind, and Fire. This,
do you do
I
that
just
one?
found this and I printed it out.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's freaking.
Yeah, so I did every one of those poses for her, so she's going to be very happy, and well, I hope so anyway, you know.
Nice.
That's it.
Cool stuff. You know what? You mentioned, you know, you just met the bride and groom. You go to Timmins and
Out-of-town wedding.
Sean and I were having this discussion yesterday about this too, out-of-town weddings, because he had one, and he was shooting with Brian Little.
Sean, by the way, is the main admin guy from the forum NoBS Photo Success. If you don't know who he is, his username is Riff.
If you don't know how to do anything on the website, you just contact Riff.
He's the main man.
Don't contact us. We don't care. No, I'm just joking. There's me.
We
there's
care.
Rob, and there's Riff. Anyways, so Sean and I were talking yesterday, and he was saying he had to shoot a wedding. He just met the bride and groom, and I remember I used to do that too. The thing about that is you have to gain their confidence instantly. Like within the first 10 minutes, they have to know that you know what you're doing. And it's going to be fun. Now, besides that, one thing I do when I shoot weddings now, when I do the guys, girls, I find it's kind of easy for me to gain the confidence of the girls. The guys, you don't know how they're going to be because guys are guys, right?
Guys are
so
guys.
what I do when I shoot a wedding, the first thing I do is I get all the guys together. I will do a group shot. Off-camera flash, sunglasses on, make it badass as I can, and then I show that to them as a first image. So then they go, "Oh man, that's freaking awesome!" Oh, and you know, boom,
that's good.
They know they look cool. They know they're gonna have fun. They're gonna have those really cool different images. And then I tell them, I said, that's how it's gonna be all day, man. I'm gonna make you guys look awesome, and that gains their confidence instantly, just like that. Instead of starting with the individuals or the groom with the best man and stuff like that, start with a group shot. Get them all involved. Get them doing some fun stuff, you know, screaming and stuff like that. Wow! And yeah, that's how she rolls, man. That's how she rolls.
All right, we're out of here, guys. Check it out. James's logo.
That's it.
Industrial Super Mining Industrial Photographer.com. All right, we're out of here.
And the 6 other websites I went to.
Y'all take care.
All right, see you later.